consents a year. I do not support
to
this.
the member. Your time has expired. I call Jan Tinetti.
Kia ora, Madam Speaker. It's a wonderful opportunity to stand here in support of this bill. I'm absolutely delighted because this bill will mean a lot for New Zealanders and New Zealanders that I have worked with every day, the people that we work with. That's right, Mr McAnulty, the people that we are here to serve, our New Zealanders. Tonight, Madam Speaker, we have heard the opposition say when we said that this bill, they said this bill couldn't be done. They said, no, we never said that, we said it shouldn't. But the reality is they couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't do this. That is the reality, because that opposition, Madam Speaker, is on the side of the foreign buyers. They believe that they are there to support them. Well, we as a government, Madam Speaker, are here to support New Zealanders into home ownership. We believe in New Zealanders buying their homes. The reality is, Madam Speaker, that the opposition said this bill will mean that there can be no winners. Well, I challenge the opposition to look in the faces of those people who have been hurt by those overseas buyers over the last few years and tell them that there can be no winners out of this bill. There are winners out of this. The reality is that you can quote Madam Speaker, the opposition can quote statistics and twist statistics as much as they like. But the reality is the faces of those people who have been put out of home ownership because of foreign buyers coming in. I have worked closely with those people over many years. You ask any teacher now, starting out, the reality of owning a home right now. They don't believe in that dream anymore. They don't have that dream because it is not reality for them. One story, Madam Speaker, that I would actually like to finish with is the story of families that I have worked very closely with in the past few years who were quite excited, actually. Just bear with me, please, government members, but they were quite excited to start with when they heard that an overseas buyer was buying a number of the houses that they were renting, because they felt, Madam Speaker, that that meant that they would be able to stay in their rentals and stay in the community that they'd called their community for many years. 2 weeks after that, those sales went through, 4 houses, 2 weeks after that sale went through, they all got eviction notices. 18 months after that sale had gone through, those houses are still lying empty, and one of those families at least is still living in a van in a car park every single night. That is what the reality of foreign buyers coming in and buying up our homes mean. And that is what the opposition, Madam Speaker, is completely failing to acknowledge. Yet they're on the side of those people who will leave those houses empty and leave our families living in vans. Shame. I think it's a big shame. Madam Speaker, I believe this is a great bill and I commend it to the House.
Order. The question is that the amendments recommended by the Finance and Expenditure Committee by majority be agreed to. Those of that